Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to your show, E-Copy with Experts. This is Ranmay here, your host for today's episode. And today we have Kevin Watkins, who's the creative director and owner of Farewell Creative Agency based out of Oregon. Hey, Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All good, Kevin. Thank you for taking your time and doing this with us. We finally meet.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for reaching out. Definitely a bit of back and forth to get here, but glad we could finally connect.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kevin, I just wanted to understand more about your journey before we dive deep. What was that pivotal moment, a cause or an encounter that ignited your passion for building accessible SEO-friendly websites to empower community-based, community-focused organization? And share the story with us. How did it all start? Where are you right now? And where do you intend to move forward?
Yeah, definitely been a journey to get to where we are. I was at a video production company for 6 years before I started Farewell and yeah, just doing it nights and weekends for a few years and eventually built up enough monthly clients to make the leap to full time in 2020. And yeah, definitely at the start, we were working with a lot of service-based businesses. Where we are in Oregon, it's much of a resort town. Got a mountain there. It's very popular for skiing. So there's a lot of people with money moving there that are upgrading their homes quite a bit. So yeah, definitely started like doing a lot of plumbing sites, painters, construction. But yeah, as we grew, just figured out my passion wasn't with moved more towards nonprofits and community focused organizations. So yeah, different organizations that are just giving back to the community in one way or another. And
Mhm.
yeah, as we grew, we started offering different services and accessibility and creating ADA compliant websites is definitely a big part of that because we do believe that the internet and websites should be accessible for all types of people, no matter their abilities. So that's been a big push. And yeah, it's been working great. Yeah, it's great for SEO and like also a good thing to do just in general. So we're happy to be on the cutting edge of accessibility with our websites.
Brilliant. And Kevin, doing SEO or working for nonprofit organizations has its own challenges, right? So when you approach a new nonprofit website project, what goes beyond those technical considerations, right? And then how do you tap into the essence of the organization's soul, the very crux of it, and translate all of that into a digital experience?
Yeah, we do a pretty thorough kickoff questionnaire and they figure out who their target audience is, what their mission is, who they're trying to help. Yeah, we're just trying to bridge the digital gap between what they know and what they don't know they might not know. So a lot of them have been there's a lot of hesitation with web designers. Sometimes there's been a lot of people burned by them before, where they start a
Mhm.
website and then the developer disappears. Yeah, it seems so many clients just come to us and just have no idea where their developer went. Like it must be like the number one missing persons category out there. Cause yeah, people just disappear. We're trying to give a good name to designers and developers. So yeah, with those nonprofits, some of the questions we ask are what they're using for donations, what they're using for management of their donors. A lot of them are paying quite a bit more than they need to handle
Mhm.
donations and donor management. And there's a lot of new tools out there that provide, yeah, really great. And honestly, there's a donation platform we use that's completely free and is, yeah, light years better than a lot of the traditional donation platforms. Yeah, we aim to just figure out what their website can do. Yeah, it can be a place to grab information and be a landing page, but if done right, it can save them a lot of time, also be their donation management platform. And yeah, it can do a lot more than just be a landing page.
How do you handle such a situation wherein the previous developer or the agency or whosoever they hired, they disappeared and some sort of budgeting would have gone into it as well. So how do you handle such a situation?
Yeah, it's definitely when somebody's invested. money into a website and they didn't get the return they expected. That's
Mhm.
a hard pill to swallow. Um, but being able to really walk them through the sales process and show them the ROI they're going to get, show them all the tools that they're currently spending money on and all the labor they're spending money on to keep their website up and running, and then showing them that they don't need all of that moving forward. And likely within a year, they can recoup that. And on top of it, they're mostly like outdated sites as well. So they also get a fresh look. We can come up with an SEO strategy for them, improve their copywriting, and make it accessible. Because yeah, a lot of sites that were built, 2, 3 years ago even weren't really using ADA compliant strategies to build them. So a lot of contrast issues, people who are having trouble seeing, can't navigate it. So yeah, it's important for them to have websites that are accessible to all, especially nonprofits. They tend to care more about that than maybe a plumber or painter. But yeah, I definitely believe everybody should care about making their websites accessible. Nonprofits are a bit of an easier pitch. They tend to buy into that.
Absolutely. Nicely explained, Kevin. Uh, what does Webflow's, unique platform afford you that, conventional CMS systems might lack? What is that USP, or, how do you find them, you know, more useful or more user friendly versus a conventional CMS system?
Yeah. Yeah. So we built in WordPress for a long time. That's how we
We
built our
all did. Yeah.
business initially. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always looking for something better. Yeah. It's Webflow, or I guess, the pain points that I was addressing by switching were the plugin and theme updates. If you update a plugin, it could just shut down an entire site. And a lot of our clients really had difficult navigating the dashboard, where it might be easy for me and you to figure out the WordPress dashboard. It was be quite complicated just to get what you need, right? You need a page builder and then 8 plugins, and then you have to update the themes. So yeah, it's just for somebody who's not technically savvy, it can be a real challenge. So Webflow has the backend designer, which really allows us to create anything we can design. If we can do something in Figma, we can do it in Webflow. Yeah, WordPress is like that as well, but it takes a bit more. We just have found Webflow easier to build and design, and it's faster. So instead of PHP, which can be a bit bloated, it's the output is JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So it tends to run a bit smoother. And then the best part is the front end editor. They've separated the designer for developers from the client facing part of it. So
Hmm.
the editor in Webflow is really easy for our clients to use. So it's as easy as filling out a form, very
Hmm.
simple, it's point and click. So it's got the ease of a Squarespace editor or a Wix editor, but also the power and really no limitations which you get in Webflow and also WordPress, but just that combination of ease of use for our clients and then being able to create whatever we want, really.
Absolutely. And then, Kevin, while visual appeal is important, right? How do you ensure that Webflow websites don't fall into the trap of templated uniformity? Because again, then the brand statement or a typical brand's message or that is diluted. Explain
Mm.
your approach to creating unique digital identities that reflect on each organization's spirit or message or the way they want themselves to be presented.
Yeah. So Webflow does have a very robust template library. A lot of them look really good, just like WordPress and Squarespace. And you can definitely tell when somebody's using a template. Like I can spot a DB like menu from like a mile away in
Right.
WordPress. But yeah, we do fully custom. We start with a kickoff questionnaire. We don't use templates. We build out the color palette fonts based on different feelings and the different identities that we want to portray. So a lot of work goes into choosing fonts, colors, styles, hero layouts, And we do that all from scratch. We start in Figma, and then Webflow definitely allows us to move over to development faster. So we tend to, something we've moved towards is we present the homepage design in Webflow directly. So we stop showing any mockups in Figma because there's so much movement and feeling and different things that you can do online that's harder to convey on the static file. And I know we could do Figma animations and interactions and things like that, but the time we spend creating Figma animations, we could just be building the site in Webflow at that point. So, yeah, all of our websites are completely custom. Yeah, I think there's definitely a place for templates, especially somebody who's trying to get a website is published on a budget. But when you're going for that more professional look that really conveys your brand, then that's when you probably want to start talking to a company like us that can make it unique and stand out in the sea of templates out there.
Lovely. That was a good pitch, I must say.
Yep. Yeah. And I'll refer people to Squarespace or Wix or templates like all the time. Yeah. If I feel like we're it's not in their budget, or maybe they're just starting out and they just need something up to get going, then I think, those template sites or a Squarespace site, like that's great. It's a good starting point. But when you are ready to, take that next level as an organization, that's when more custom design and development can really come into play. And it allows us to do more back end third party integrations as well. So
Mhm.
you're not just getting a landing page, but you're getting an asset. Yeah. One of our tagline on our website right now is make your website an asset, not an expense. Yeah. We find different ways to utilize the website that people might not think about.
And then you talk to Kevin about all of this, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Great. Kevin, the last one, I cannot let you go without asking this one because it's at the forefront of everything that you guys are doing, right? Not only the digital industry, but overall in our lives. Talk us about automation. Automation is powerful, but at the same time, we all talk about that human touch, which is
Mm.
very crucial. So, how do you strike a balance between automated processes and personalized human centric elements in your website design?
Yeah. Yeah. AI and automation is definitely here, and it can definitely speed up the workflow. What we're trying to do is, again, bridge that digital gap for these companies. Like they know AI and automation exists, but they don't know how to best utilize it. So the more we can utilize it as a company, the more we can do for the same amount of money. So what used to maybe cost somebody quite a bit more, if we lean into AI and automation, we can pass that time savings and money savings onto the clients. Yeah, we're really leaning into it, and we're not afraid to talk to it. Our clients are quite tickled when we show them some of the crazy things we can do with image generation and automation. But really, we're passing the benefits of that technology on to our clients. And we're that middleman for them where they might not have the time or knowledge to research
Yeah.
every AI tool. And as far as AI and design, quite honestly, it sucks still. It's not quite there. So that human touch is definitely important. Otherwise, you're going to
Yeah.
get a really cookie cutter website, which, like I said, is fine when you're starting out or you just need something up. But it's definitely takes a lot of prompting, and it's
Yeah.
definitely a skill
It
set that
does.
not, especially like nonprofits, they're busy out helping their community. They don't have time to play around with
Yeah.
AI and automation all the time.
Right. That's why we are here. So they don't really need to be doing that.
Right.
Lovely.
And it's just I see it as just like the latest tool, right? Like, you know, we didn't have the internet or Google or all these other things before, but you adapt and take advantage of the technology. And if we can use that technology to help these organizations help others, then even better.
Lovely. Kevin, thank you for the insights. But before I let you go, I'd like to play a quick rapid fire with you. I hope you're game for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. What was your last Google search, Kevin?
Oh, geez. Probably the companies you were telling me about before. Yeah, I think I go
Okay.
Googling you, to be honest.
Yeah, that is a good one. A couple of guests have already mentioned this. All right. That's quite honest. Lovely. Moving on. What did you do with your first paycheck of your life?
Oh, you started working back in high school. I probably bought a video game. Yeah, I was really
Okay.
into, yeah, I think it's PlayStation 2 maybe at the time. It's probably like a Final Fantasy game or like a RPG. I played a lot of those
Can
growing
imagine.
up. Yep. Something nerdy, I'm sure. Maybe some Pokemon cards. Those were hot when I was younger, but
All right.
yeah.
Your celebrity crush.
Probably have to be Scarlett Johansson.
Okay. Where do we find you on Friday evenings, Kevin, after office?
At home with my two small kids and wife. But after they go to
Okay.
bed, I'm probably playing around with the latest AI tool or trying to learn JavaScript or play with something. And then, yeah, as a parent of two young kids, you won't find me out on Friday nights very often. Usually at home resting.
All right. Not really any further, Kevin. Thank you so much for taking our time. And I'm sure the audiences listening to us would have benefited a lot out of the insights which you shared. But yeah, really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Great. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. And yeah, glad we could finally connect.
Great. Lovely.